Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show. And today we're going to look at a trade that could be the next big play. We're going to talk about that and a whole bunch more. Before we do that, smash the like button. This does help get this channel out to more people, and I'd love if you could support the channel by flooding the comment section below there. We've had a bit of an attack of spam of late, and I do appreciate every single one of you who have dropped in to say hi, good day, how are you? Throw another shrimp on the barbie. Are you not entertained, or simply just sharing how much trades you have won on? I really do appreciate that. And if you're a new subscriber, welcome to the channel. Smash that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, and you'll get the daily updates. Well, first of all, I just do want to look at a couple of news articles before we jump into that play. And retail are buying up in the stock market like never before in history. $105 billion of US stocks over the last month, the largest monthly purchase on record. Absolutely incredible there, as we see that retail investors are buying like never before. And this is where, if you watch my live with On the Stocks with Josh YouTube channel last night, you would have seen me share my thoughts regarding how I feel a lot of the money has flowed from crypto into the stock market. It doesn't mean that it can't flow back, but right now I believe it has been flowing into the stock market, and I believe the numbers do support that. And we're seeing some crypto-like gains in the stock market. If you've been following my calls, such as OKLL, around 300% on that one. Also the ASTX trade that I gave, again, another 100 or 2% on that one. There's MCX as well, and Serve. So many different calls that I have given where we have seen those kind of crypto-like gains in the stock market. And I also want to have a look here. As you can see, the current bull market is up 88.8% since the lows of October 2022. This means that it's 3 years old soon, and the average bull lasts more than 5 years and gains close to 200%. So if history repeats, we've got another couple of years to go and another 110% there. However, there is some caution. Remember, the SPY has some bearish divergence, and the SPY is up 34% in 6 months, a move only seen 10 previous times since 1930. In 8 of the 10 previous occurrences, the S&P 500 ended lower 2 weeks later with an average decline of minus 3.5%. Very interesting. So are we going to see some kind of a pullback in the next week or so? This will be very interesting. So before we jump into that, we're going to look at the SPY. Now, remember, on the SPY, the inverse head and shoulders on the weekly that I gave, and there's the target that I gave all the way back there in June, and this has been playing out perfectly. If you caught that trade, you would be up big on this, and the technical target to that is up here around that 720 region. There is some resistance there at 674 on the SPY, and if we flip to the daily time frame here, what we really want to keep an eye on, I'll keep drawing your attention to it here, is the 9 EMA on the daily. This has been beautiful support this entire run up from April. In fact, if you just bought every time it had touched the 9 EMA on the daily, you'd be doing very, very well. And on the odd occasions it's come and touched the 20 EMA on the daily, there's even been a couple of occasions where it's closed below that, was also been a good buying opportunity. But it has not really closed 2 consecutive days below the 20 EMA on the daily. So if we were to see a 2 or a 3-day close below this level here, which is 664, then I feel it would be doing something that it hasn't done since it broke above the 9 and the 20 EMA all the way back many months ago now. So that is really the key line for me. I'm not going to get too scared with a daily close below it, but it's when we see 2 days close below that line. That's the line for me. That's what I'm looking out for there, and that would be a large warning sign that a possible further pullback, possibly to the 50-day moving average, currently sitting at about 649, or probably be 650 maybe by the end of today, could be on the cards. All right, so let's look at the stock that I wanted to share with you today that could be the next big one to move. And you can see the setup. There's a really great setup here. There's a left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder there. And we're right above right now, $44.70. Well, we're actually right on it or there, and that needs to hold. And so the play is valid. We've got to get above there and hold above this level here, currently at $44.70. And then the technical target to the upside brings us back perfectly back to exactly where we broke down from, which is around about $49.50 there. That would be the technical target for that move. It's not valid if we can't sustain above that level. I'll switch to the daily time frame here. Here you can see the beautiful tribal trades indicator, one indicator to rule them all, gave the beautiful entry there at around 37, right where the 50-day moving average is. And this is where ideally you want to get in these moves and get in them early and front run them, so that by the time it actually gets up to where a lot of people are jumping in here, you've already been in the move there. And I did give this play, I have given this play over and over again, but the latest play I've given on this, as you can see, here was a entry on the break of 43.29. We got the target of 49. So you can see how on this play that was 43.29 here. That was the Fibonacci, and you can see how now we're above that. So if you got in that play in the Tribal Trades Discord, then you're already up on this play already. And where I would invalidate this play is from there. And so what I like to do is go down to like the 4-hour time frame, and I have a look. And the reason I like the 4-hour time frame a lot is the 9 EMA on the 4-hour. Now you can see again, you get the tribal trades indicator, then it breaks the 9, then the 9 breaks the 20. You'll see this so many times, and these are golden setups. And then it has been held by the 9 all the way up. So this whole move from the bottom, from its retracement from 49 all the way down to 34, once it broke through, has been governed by the 9 EMA on the 4-hour. So that actually would be my area to stop out there, and that's at 43.52. However, because the Fibonacci there at 43.29 is right below it, that would be, I would be stopping out somewhere between 43.55 and 43.29. So I've given you your stop losses there. I've given you your entries there at 44.70, and I've given you a target as easy as ABC 1, 2, 3. Okay, stop loss, your entry, and your target. Now, even if this does play out today and we do see it hold above this level, we have to protect the trade. That means once we go into profit, we can set a stop loss at our entry at $44.70. Okay? That way we protect the trade, okay, and make sure that I don't go into loss. Or number two is if the trade begins to move up, we need to move our stop loss with it to make sure that we protect the profits and protect the trade that we are in, because the last thing we want to do is come up to around 47, 48, being great profit, and then some news comes out or some catalyst or somebody tweets something or something, event happens, and we see this pull back and we lose all of that profit. And of course, worst case scenario, our stop loss should be at break even so that we definitely don't go into loss. So this is the one play. This could be the next big play. Could be. There are no guarantees. And of course, we have to make sure we stay above that level that we are at the moment. 44.76 we are at the moment. We're at $44.70. Now, for those of you who can't trade the 2x leverage ETF, okay, so this gives you 2 times the gain. So if SoFi goes up 10%, you're going to make 20% on this. But at the same point, if the trade goes against you, you will lose twice as much. And so you might prefer to trade the stock, or maybe where you live, they don't do a 2x. And if you are in Europe, I have found through my searches that the London Stock Exchange, if you do trade those ETFs, quite often have a ticker. It might not be SOFX. You would just have to do research to find out what that ticker would be for you. And I have shared that in the Discord with many people, and they've been able to find the European UK versions of the ETF there. So do a Grok or ChatGPT or on Google and search and find a big list of all of those ETFs that are available in your region. Let's have a look at these SoFi levels here. And as you can see, the same thing, we're looking here around this $26 level here, pretty much right at it, just like it is over there at about $28.60 odd. And so it's just sitting on or above that. The technical target to the upside is 32, okay? And then stop loss there can be at 28.20, be either on the 9 EMA on the 4 hour at 28.25 or at the 20 EMA on the 4 at 27.78. So there's a couple of stop loss options there for you. And of course, the same thing, won't repeat myself, but you look to protect the trade there. I've given you a target to the upside. I think there'll be some resistance at $30 and about 90 cents. And then our target to the upside there for this bullish pattern here is 32. So I've given you your target, I've given you your entry there, which is about $28.60 odd cents. And then I've given you your areas where the trade would be invalidated. If you'd like to join the Tribal Trades Discord, one Discord to rule them all. And I just love seeing all the wins stack up there in the Discord. Some incredible wins there. The Down Under crew have been trading away while we all have been sleeping. Absolutely incredible there. And just, you'd like to join the Tribal Trades Discord. Unfortunately, at the moment, it is closed. However, you can get on the wait list. There is a link below in the description of this video. You might need to click the More button and you can get on the wait list. Now, I'll tell you why it's important to get on the wait list sooner rather than later. Now, the first thing that's going to happen when you sign up for the wait list, it is going to ask you for your payment details, but it is not going to charge you a penny, a cent, anything, nada, zero. You will not be charged. All that does is reserves your place on the wait list. And of course, anytime you can remove yourself off the wait list there. And only when you get added from the wait list to the Tribal Trades Discord, that is when you will be charged. That's it. Okay. Now, the Discord did close on October 3rd. So everybody who got on the wait list before or on October 3rd, you will get added in the month of October. Anybody who adds themselves to the wait list in the month of October, number one, you're going to be higher up the wait list. And when it's your turn, you will get access a whole lot sooner. If you wait too long, you'll be too far down the wait list and it could be some time before you get added. And then secondly, there will be a price increase. We will open up the Discord for the end of the year, and that will be a price increase when we do open it up. And if you are on the wait list, you lock in at the current rate and you will be grandfathered in and you will not be subject to the price increase. So I just want to make that clear. And of course, when you do get added to the Tribal Trades Discord, there is no lock-in. It is month to month. You can cancel at any time. Of course, I know that when you come in, you just won't want to leave this incredible Discord family that is here. And of course, we have the live sessions with me 2 to 3 times a week. The Tribal Trades Indicator comes with the price of the Discord. The Tribal Trade System here, our trading system that you can learn how to trade the Tribal Trades way. We also have our very first own crowned trader, April. She's been crushing it in the Discord with her plays, not only my stock and crypto plays, she's also giving plays as well, and a whole bunch more. Well, that's all I have time for today. So until the next episode, or until I see you in the Discord, happy trading.